You spoke about Al Gore a bit already.
Yes.
The other main keynote speaker is Al Gore, Vice President Al Gore. How do you like him or his work?
I love his work and I admire him. I admire what he represents, the kind of life of contribution that he has lived, and his passion to still make a difference for the planet. I love his speaking style. I love, as I mentioned earlier, the power and the resonance of his voice and his thinking. He's a very brilliant man that a lot of people have just underestimated, just really have not had a great appreciation for how brilliant he is. So I'm excited about learning from him. I've been studying his career for many years, and I'm excited about sharing the platform with him as well.
Whatever number you came up with in terms of growing your business, in terms of attracting more customers, retaining customers, increasing your sales, I want you to multiply that 10 times, the business that you're going to generate this year and beyond. And I want you to think about your social contribution. One of the goals I have is to reduce the number of women who die from breast cancer. My mother was a 22-year breast cancer conqueror. How many men over 40 raise your hands, please? Yes, now one of the goals I have is to reduce the number of men who die from prostate cancer. 15 years ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. My PSA was 125. And I had 238 radiation seeds. And now as I stand here, my PSA is over 2,000. And I'm cancer-free, debt-free, and drama-free. Because of God's grace and mercy. And trust me, it's better to be seen than to be viewed. You feel it, brother, up in here, up in here. One of the goals I have is to reduce the number of men who die from prostate cancer, sharing with them the need for them to get their PSA test and their digital rectal examination. And I'll be glad when they can check our prostate by looking in our ears. Can you feel the brother up in here, up in here? I'm turning red as I talk about this, but you can't see it. I was at this medical convention, a friend of mine who's a urologist said, "Hey Les, let me give you a free rectal." I said, "No buddy, you're too motivated."
You will also have there a 2-hour coaching about powerful speaking.
Yes.
What can we expect from that?
In the seminar, I'm going to be teaching people a strategy that will allow them to develop and discover their power voice. There are 3 things that I do as a speaker that no one else does, and the people that I've taught have used it, and they've gone on to build multi-million-dollar businesses, to advance causes that they believe in their communities. They've been able to make a greater impact nationally and globally. And what I'm going to teach people that's very different than what's being taught around the planet. One of the most important and largest organizations that's been teaching people how to communicate is the Dale Carnegie course. And one of the principles they teach is tell them what you're going to tell them, talking about the audience, tell them and then tell them what you told them. Well, my training, and that's a very great course, and I admire them and the work that they do. My training goes just the opposite. When I train speakers and the people that come into the seminar, I'm going to teach you how to conduct communications intelligence. I will teach you the value of never let what you want to say get in the way of what the audience needs to hear. And that in all thy getting, get understanding. Find out who they are and then craft a message using stories, statistics, and experiences, special moments that will transform the audience. Because when we speak, the strategy that I will teach you how to implement is distract, dispute, and inspire. How to speak in a commanding way that will distract people from the story they currently believe about themselves. Through the strategic delivery of your message, cause them to back away from the possibility blindness that's keeping them stuck, and then inspire them to begin to take on new challenges in their lives, to get out of their comfort zone, because in order to do something you've never done, you've got to become someone you've never been. Distract, dispute, and inspire. People who come to that training will learn how to apply that in their presentations to grow their businesses, to influence people, to inspire audiences, to bring the best out of people, to challenge people to take their lives higher.
About your goals, I bet you have achieved many goals in your life.
Yes.
What is your next goal in life?
Well, my goal is to train globally 10,000 voices. These are messengers that will provide a global impact locally and internationally. 10,000 voices of hope. When people have hope in the future, that gives you power in the present. That's number one. Number two is to expand the skill set. There's no shortage of money or opportunity. There's a shortage of capacity. And so expand the skill set of people so that they can begin to use all their abilities and their capacity to be able to make a greater impact with their lives and to galvanize and create communities of greatness. I believe that we all have greatness within us, and that as we learn the methods and techniques of being in a perpetual state of discomfort, all of us will be able to discover things about ourselves that we don't know right now, and to live from a place of greatness and taking greater responsibility for what we want out of life. Henry, it was George Bernard Shaw said, the people that make it in this life look around for the circumstances that they want, and if they can't find them, they create them. That's living a life of contribution. It's being responsible and living from a place of greatness.
Thank you, Les Brown. Thank you for this interview. Mm-hmm. And as you say, it has been a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate the difference that you're making with your life. And because you were born, the world will never be the same again. Thank you.
Thanks.